Alright folks, welcome to this exciting adventure. Once again we're out exploring unmapped Scotland. And once again we're joined by Channel DJ. And in this video we're out looking for World War II history, which we have found in like the last 4 or 5 episodes this past week. It's been so exciting. And like, we're just pondering as well, like in this wood, these may not have been ditches for the forest. We think they might have been like trenches and stuff if they'd been training in the war. Because soldiers may have been training how to deal with approaching an airfield as well. So sometimes airfields that were used for training could have been multi-purpose. Look at this! Here, this is one of these things that they used to use for the barbed wire in the war. Yeah. Look at this folks, a real live find from World War II. And look, this probably was a trench then. It would have been dug in deep. And then at the other side of it, they must have had this with the barbed wire wrapped round and round it. And I think the whole landscape here has been formed and shaped to slow the approach of any enemy. And we're really seeing that because we've come this proper wild route. But it is a heat wave folks, and I'm feeling the sunburn. It's good being in this forest here out of the sun for this adventure. And there is definitely something cool up this wood that we have seen. When we were walking towards the last video, we could see in the wood there was something. Look, the sun over here, Channel DJ's over here as well, helping us find some real history, folks. And you never know what, it's just like abandoned. That's just a bit of plastic there, that's nothing exciting. I came a horrible way through the wood there as well. There's so many spiders and beasties, folks, we're no for that here. Yeah, look at this. What has it been? Look at this folks, this is what I could see when I was in the field. There's been something here, I don't know if it's related just to this ditch here, it might simply just be a water pipe or something like that. But it could also be from the World War II time frame, which this forest here is. This forest is just full of World War II history, folks. Stracathro Airfield was the name of it. And this is all like the far out back sections of it. Look at this here, it has been a water pipe or something potentially. Look at that, it's been busted through. I wonder where it's been. No, unless it's been in the field where that drain was. And then it's just been thrown out here once they redid it. It's crazy folks, like, we often find the history and then ask the question like, what was it? What was there? And some places in the wood, like the last episode, at those cement things, you couldn't see that on like Google Earth. It's like hidden history. It's just lost in the wood. And look, we had to negotiate this stream. Looks like we can cross over here. Anyway folks, on to the next interesting historical wonder. Alright folks, welcome back to this next clip. We're actually so deep in the forest right now since you last saw us on the video. It's crazy. Channel DJ is just following me through this madness and literally we're just going. We're going where the exploring instincts is taking us. And literally this is an interesting burn because there's a pipeline that this burn comes through and it goes all the way all the way from one side of the Stracathro airfield to the other. And that water's piped underneath all the fields. And that was done way back, years ago. And it's probably like a 3-mile expanse of land that they've done it. And it's still running free, so hats off to them, like. I'm sure there's a new section of forest just coming up here pretty soon. The terrain will totally change here, and it'll be like a different landscape. Parkour. Live adventures, folks. Clear the nettles, because Channel DJ's in the shorts. Full send, folks. That's what we do here on the channel. We end up so far into the wilderness. That's where the real adventure is to be had. Like those bunkers and military things that we sometimes find, it's like you don't find that by just staying on the main paths. But we'll always explore with respect, like the landowners and stuff. We're doing no damage. we're just documenting the history that's hidden on the land. But pretty much at this stage of the adventure, we're just making our way to a better path back, and hopefully we'll unearth some more history. So yeah, I'll keep you posted, folks. Look at this, folks. We've walked miles through this thick, dense forest covered in spiders, and I'm telling you, it's like 20 degrees or more. It's humidity today. Crazy. But look, we've found some real history here. Exclusive once again on the channel. What has this been here? It could have been a little mast or something. Because that could be like... oh, there's wire on it. What has this been, folks? Yeah, but I don't know why they would have that. I believe it must be related to the airfield. It's like something's been mounted on it. But they have fairly been trapped in there. And there is 4 of them. But even if it's not from World War II, it's a bit of history from a time. And like, it's been undocumented ever on YouTube till now. Because we've literally just walked through no man's land, folks. It's been crazy. But that's what the adventure's all about. And then, even when you think you're in a wild bit of landscape, boom, a little bit of hidden history. It's just crazy. Everything's so green now, and all the trees are starting to grow. And when the beech trees first come out, such a vivid green colour. It's incredible. I think this would have been an original track, and along the edge of the base even maybe, there has been these bits as well dug in here. Look at this. Here, DJ, look at this. There's been little bits dug in. I don't know if it would have been for drainage or what. Who knows, folks. Maybe if you go in there 100 metres there could be like a little bunker or something, but you can only explore so much. The amount of ground we've covered, it's just unreal. And once again, I'm glad we can share it with the world. Once again, folks, we're just literally jumping burns here. We just go full send. You just hit a jump and no think about it. And we're following this ancient line of big beech trees, because I'm sure that was beside us when we first came in. And I think there's been an old track or a road going deeper into the forest. We'll maybe explore that in the future one day. That could be a cool walk. But probably places like this, over the next week or so, months, the next couple of months even, they'll be just like too overgrown. Because now all the grass is starting to spring up. We're being skillful with every step on this adventure, because there's literally like bogs everywhere. Most trees have got spiders in them. It's real countryside adventures here, folks. These trees have probably been lining the edge of this track for years. All these other trees will have been planted maybe at the end of the war, because that bunker, the big bunker we were in recently, would be at the other side of this little wood here. So I think most of this was planted at the end of the war. There could be more hidden history in the middle of that forest there, which is pretty crazy. I've been looking at these beech trees as I walk past as well, to see if there's any like ancient graffiti on them from a time maybe in the war when a soldier was carving his name, but there's just nothing. They may have not done that in the war, obviously, so if the Germans did come, they would know that there was no activity in the area. If they saw names carved into the tree, they would kind of find who was around. Channel DJ's pathfinding here on this section. I'm going to follow in his footsteps, because look, this is just pure boggy area here. It's a lot better than that one section back there was just crazy. When we were ducking and diving under the trees. Oh, my foot nearly sunk there, that was crazy. I'm being brave here and walking in the middle of what could potentially be a bog, and look, you can see almost how the roads come up here. And there's the field that we initially walked up the side of. Here, I just saw something over here in the woods, so I was coming for a closer look. It's maybe just litter. Yeah, it's an old glass bottle. It's maybe not that ancient. It's got a metal screw cap, so it's definitely not that old. It's so warm, folks. I can't describe the humidity just now. For Scotland, it's just incredible. We'll just have to pathfind our way through this the easiest route. That's what's so cool about walking in there like this as well, because if you put a foot wrong, it can be like wet feet. You can disappear down a wheat hole there. So you need to be skillful, folks. Only ever explore within your own means. Some of these places are really extreme. If you hate to climb over things and climb through bushes, and you can get ticks or any sort of like wild critters like that. This is like nettle heaven here, because this bit gets out of the sun. It's crazy how everything's gotten so green recently. Like if you watch my videos 2 months ago or something, and then watch it now, it's like everything's green and growing. Look at this, folks. We've just found somebody's little wild camping spot here. What a location they've chosen. They've spent some real time here gathering their wee twigs and stuff. It looks like something they may come back to regularly. Wow, it's so well made.
It is, eh? Oh, that's proper.
Then I knock it down. I want to get a picture of it. Look at that, it's properly made, folks. Throw a waterproof tarp over. So the way this has been constructed is impressive. And if you've built this and you're watching this video, shout out to you. You've done really well. You probably had a good night's sleep here at this spot. Anyway, let's push on. Let's catch up with the channel DJ once again. It is crazy on an adventure like this. Sometimes you find stuff and the next time you don't. But you never know like what you're going to find. Because 2 minutes ago we had no idea there'd be like a little wild camping spot here. We had to make our way through these extreme bushes here. I can see tons and tons of spider webs. But this is it, folks, real adventures. Every day, most days of the week I try and do it, folks. This is a way. This may be a way, folks. Look at this, there's like a proper covering of those yellow plants the whole way up there. This is what we're dealing with, folks. I'll update you once I've made my way through this wild, crazy land. Whoa! I can't even believe this. Most of this adventure's been me climbing through crazy abandoned forest. The cool thing to find was those like steel mounts in the wood, and I wonder what it's been. Maybe a little wartime mast or something linked through the base, which is all over there to my left hand side. I'm not sure if it stretched this way as well. It maybe did, because I've not seen any evidence of like a perimeter fence or something like that. No, unless the perimeter was literally that bunker. But yeah, it's so cool. In the grass there I can see the sun shining through. There's just spider webs everywhere. Hundreds of them. I've been looking at the odd tree as I pass it for any like ancient graffiti and stuff. And when I saw this one I thought, look, it's had a knife or something thrown at it years ago. Somebody's been throwing a knife. Must have been at a target. But then something else crazy, look, they've been shooting at me like an air rifle or something. It's peppered with holes all over it. And it's crazy because that's aiming towards the main road, just not even far down there. Somebody's been shooting towards the main road at one time. But another crazy thing, like, if you were cutting that tree down and your chainsaw blade hit the wee pellet, like it was just blunting it straight away. Look at this. Channel DJ's found some historical graffiti right here.
73.
Oh aye, that's what we love.
There's something, the 5th
1970.
of the 7th, 73.
1973, and look, what's this one here? AR. I don't know who that is, AR. Looks like it says RS. LAR. It's pretty crazy, folks. Look at the size of this tree here. This is a massive oak tree, is it no? It's got some girth on the thing. See how many spider webs is on those like grass stalks there? I can't believe it. I don't know if it even comes out on the camera, folks. This is a hefty chunk of tree. When I was at the biggest Sitka spruce tree in Scotland a few weeks ago, did you see that episode?
No.
The bottom of it was bulging out the same way as this. And I think this tree here will be ancient, because these things grow so slow. This is massive. On this wide angle lens, it probably doesn't do it any justice, like. Probably makes it look narrow. Looks like this one's been struck by lightning or something. Maybe no. This has been crazy, folks. We've just been going like where we thought we needed to go to get back to the car, and we've managed to navigate our way, which was pretty cool. I had doubts at some points when we were in the middle of that thick forest, but like here we are, back at the gate where we originally started the episode. In fact, it wasn't this episode we started here. Back like, what is it, 5 episodes ago, folks, we were starting here. And that shows you how many cool adventures you can have in one place. Anyway, folks, I'll probably just end this one here because we're back at the car. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll be back very soon with the next episode. So goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ. We'll see you very soon.